Cage Minds, Micah Frankel at the Jackson Wink Academy. It's been 6 years.
It's been a long time.
Matthew McDill returns to the cage, CFC in El Paso on October 26th. Sir, 6 years you've been toiling in this gym.
Long time.
How's it feel to be in the position where you're going to again put the skills that you're learning in here to use out in the cage?
It feels good, man. It feels really good. You know, it's been just a long 6 years. You know, I stepped away from the sport with like just personal things, you know, like personal family things. But, you know, I'm glad I did, because everything happens for a reason, you know, and I'm back and I'm better than ever. And, you know, I've definitely learned a lot of new things in here, and, you know, I'm ready to showcase that on the 26th.
You said you stepped away from the sport. Did you at that time think of it as a hiatus, or was it a full-blown departure? I think I might be stepping away.
I thought about stepping away from the sport for a while. You know, it was mostly like not believing in myself, what it was, you know, and I had a lot to overcome, you know, just a mental game of MMA, you know, which is the most important in all aspects of life, you know. And then I had, you know, my mother used to come with me every day, and she'd be in here with me, and my mother passed away in 2021, and so right around 2021 I was going to fight again, and then she passed away, so that, you know, really messed me up. And you know, so it's been a long road back, man, but you know, you gotta be in the dark to see the light again, you know. And of course this is my light, being in here every day and, you know, rubbing elbows with the best of the best.
2021, your mother passes away.
Yeah.
I'm sure at that point you stepped away from the gym again, right?
Well, let me rephrase that. I'm sorry. She got sick in 2021, so I had to take care of her. She passed away in May 5th, Cinco de Mayo 2022. But she was sick for about 8 months at UNM, and I was going to see her every day, and you know, that was very, very draining. But you know, so when I lost her, you know, I had to find myself again and rebuild myself, and thankfully I had a team here to help me out with that, and you know, get me to where I need to be again.
What led you back that second time? As you're dealing with family stuff, you're about to come back, then this happens to your mom, unfortunately. What brings you back then that second time?
I would really say that mixed martial arts has really saved my life, you know, because it's been the light of my life. You know, because I was in a really dark place, and you know, I get to come in here and put the gloves on, and you know, I just forget about it. I think that's why fighting is such a unique thing, because it's you know, you're in the middle of all this chaos when you're fighting, but it's also peaceful at the same time, and it's the most amazing feeling you could ever feel, because, you know, seeing death that close, you know, it makes you want to be alive again, and nothing like mixed martial arts makes me feel alive personally.
6 years is a long time.
6 years is a long time.
You were bright-eyed, bushy-tailed when we first saw you debut at the Jackson's MMA series back at Buffalo Thunder many years ago. How much difference is the mindset and the approach to the game now as a full-blown grown man?
You know, the different mindset is what you actually just said. It's you know, basically growing from a little boy to being a man in this sport, and you know, really learning what it takes, and you know, being with like, you know, getting to rub elbows with Greg Jackson, and of course my striking coach Joey and my wrestling coach Bart. I've really learned that the only way that you can be great in this sport is you got to be comfortable with the suffering. And I think when I was younger, I tried to avoid that aspect, but there's no way around it, because the more you suffer, the more successful you're going to be.
Right. I remember young Mark, everything was flashy, everything wanted to be pretty, highlight reel.
Everything was pretty, flashy. I was the, you know, like the pretty guy in the cage, and you know, I still think I'm, you know, pretty guy, you know, but I come in there now with a lot of grit and more gritty and determination. You know, it's more, it's just more of me sinking into who I really am now, you know, which is a very, a fighter coming with a lot of will behind him, you know.
You return to the cage. It's going to be against Rudy Serna.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've had much time to dive into him, see what your opponent looks like.
Yeah, he actually fought one of the teammates from here. He fought Alex Rodriguez. His Instagram's A-Rod. He's a really cool guy, you know, and he's really giving me some of the insight. You know, and I do know, you know, my opponent's a really, really tough guy. And I really look forward to that. But I definitely know that it's going to take a few more than some punches and kicks to, you know, knock me out on my feet. And I think that's what he thinks, that he's going to put me away easy. And man, you gotta really kill this Mexican guy to get him out of there, you know.
I can remember vividly hearing it, like she was right behind me. You think you're going to hear those voices, your mom screaming for you. I could hear her, Jackson Wink screaming.
Yeah.
Every time one of the guys is in the cage behind us, like right there in the front row, you think you're going to feel her, hear her presence when you get in that cage?
I really do, because, you know, like I said, she used to come here with me every day. And, you know, the thing that really got me back in here, as well as the passion and love I have for this, was the person I was mourning for, you know, my mom. You know, I know what my mom would say if she was still here. You know, she slapped me in the face and told me to get back in there. You know, what are you doing? You know, you can't be out here just, you know, not stick to the plan. You know, she wanted me to stick to the plan. You know, I've lost both my parents, you know, already. Like, my dad passed away of cancer when I was 19, and then my mom too. You know, and but that's all right. You know, because I always tell people they're not here, but they're still here, and I know they'll be in there with me. You know, so. And just thinking about hearing my mom's voice in there, if I get in trouble, you know, and I know it's going to get me through it, you know. This guy's not going to put me away. And if he does put me away, he's going to have to kill me in there, man. And that's any fight I fight. You know, anybody I fight, because I'm not afraid of anybody. I'll fight anybody. So, yeah, you know, it's going to take a lot to put me away. It won't happen easily.
We'll see you guys in El Paso at CFC.